Gemini, welcome to your November readings. Let's find out what is happening for you in November. Welcome, everybody. Welcome if you're returning. Welcome if you are new. Okay, I'm seeing this one and also this one for you, my lovely Geminis. Let's draw your oracle cards first and find out. Oh, okay, you have Luna. That's shown itself very beautifully for you. Okay, and I'm seeing this one as well. And confidence. Gemini, this is very interesting. This definitely remained. I think we'll keep that one for you. And this one. Okay. I'll draw your tarot cards in a moment. Luna and confidence are your first two cards, my beautiful Geminis. You then have perfection and acceptance. This is really clear. You then have Aries, your willpower, Aries energy. Energies to meet the challenge of something, your desires, honesty, moving it forwards, doing it your way. And then we have the 6th house, doing something a little at a time to do with your work, service. Okay, this is really interesting. So, my lovely Geminis, I think that your reading is about having confidence in your own abilities. There's something in your world that can be moved forwards. Now, for many of you, it is to do with your work, your calling, your service. It could be a hobby that you could take and it could become a full-time job, something that you absolutely love. But there is something that can be moved forwards a little at a time. Now, this is slow and steady wins the race, my lovely Geminis. This isn't about, this is not about having to be perfect as well. Now, and by that I mean perfection to the point where you have a raging inner critic, and you almost, because sometimes people's inner critic is so strong, they actually end up blocking themselves from their own success. Now, you have the willpower to follow through with something. The energy is right for you in November to move something forwards that you really, really want to do. I do think for many of you, it will be something like a hobby or a project or something like that. It seems to be more like that than more to do with work or creativity than to do with kind of a relationship scenario. It is quite unique to you, I think. And I think you have, my lovely Geminis, this sort of, I think it's possibly something where you've had a gut feeling that says, like this could go further, this could be bigger, this could expand, I could do something with this. Like having a hobby and just thinking I could really make this happen, this could be my job, but never having the confidence to move it forwards, never having the confidence to believe in yourself. And your reading, we have obviously yet to draw your tarot cards, but I think your reading is saying in November you can really get started with something. You can move it forwards. You can acknowledge what it is that your intuition says could be, this could be successful. This could really happen for you. And I think November is a month when you can absolutely move it forwards, make it happen. But this isn't a go gung-ho at it. You've got Aries energy. So you've got Aries energy that means you can get started. But you also have the 6th house, which says do a little at a time. So this is very much about sort of what I would call little and often. Sticking at something, not going gung-ho at it. It's a bit like if you go on a diet, not going flat out and starving yourself, and then within 3 days you kind of collapse and you have to eat and it's all gone horribly wrong. This is about slow and steady wins the race. This is about commitment and not giving yourself a hard time. It's almost like allowing yourself to build your confidence as you go. Allow yourself to discover that you can do this. Intuitively, I think you know that you can. I think you know that this could move forwards, but it's very much about moving something forwards little and often, building your confidence, my lovely Geminis. What an interesting energy for you. Let's shuffle the cards and see what else we're shown. I would also say, for any of you, if any of you have been considering doing either my tarot course or someone else's, or just whether this is something, reading cards is something of a spiritual journey for you and you think I'd really like to take it further, my tarot course is, this came about through a reading, my tarot course is half price for the entire month of November. So if that is something that appeals to you, I will put a link in the description box below and you can check it out, just in case that might be something that is resonating with you. Let me see what else we are shown in your tarot cards. What else is coming through for my Geminis? Yeah, I think it's those as well. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles. Wow. Oh, look at these cards. What an affirmation they are. We have the Empress, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Okay, lovely Geminis. This is actually genuinely, I think, a really exciting month for you. Now, I will be doing extended readings as well there on Patreon and in the YouTube membership area. And we'll sit with your reading, and at the end of this reading, I'll let you know what I'm going to look at in more depth in the extendeds. But this is actually really, really interesting because with the King of Pentacles and the Empress, this is about, look at the moon here coming up twice. I think this is about, I almost want to say, getting out of your own way and choosing to invest in something that can genuinely escalate, as in, escalate's perhaps the wrong word because that implies something that happens quickly, something that can grow. There is something that is, it really contains love for you, desire, it's something you want. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, look how the aces frame your tarot cards. November brings you an opportunity to kind of like basically to get out of your own way and initiate something, to actually get started. Now, this is one step at a time. It's not a great big empire overnight kind of thing. It is one step at a time, but you'll be guided. The energy in November, and this is what we're being shown, the energy in November is really primed for you. You might even find that it's almost like intuitively, with the Queen of Cups is unbelievably intuitive. And you have Luna, the intuition of the moon. I think that during the month of November, it's almost as though intuitively the timing is right for you. Intuitively, you'll know that you can move this forwards. It may even be that you receive some signs and synchronicities that nudge you along the way, but these will be little steps. It won't be one great big step. It will be little steps, one step at a time. It's almost like each time you take a step forward, I think you'll get a confirmation that you're on track, rather than you take a step and then you know how sometimes you can have a go at something and you think, not really sure whether that really worked for me, and then you go away and you've got a and ah, and I think that you'll get a confirmation, even if you enter something thinking, I'll give this a go, or I'll go and do this bit of learning, or I'll test the waters here. I think, every time you do that, every time you get out of your own way and you test the waters, I think you'll get a confirmation that you're on track. So it's almost as though what actually builds here, it's not the finished article, it's not the empire, as it were. It's not the finished, I don't know, let's say you're building building a store or something. I'm coming up with all sorts of interesting examples, but it's the energy. The energy is, if you're building something, you don't end up with the finished product and the huge success, but what you end up with is little steps, and every single one of them is successful, and every step builds upon the next. So what really builds is your confidence, and you realize you can do this. And I think slowly but surely it removes any element of self-doubt about your capacity and your ability to do this. Slowly but surely your confidence is built. I actually think you go from strength to strength to strength. I'm loving this energy, Gemini, I really am. Now I think what I'll do in the extendeds, it's interesting, the very similar energy coming through so far in the readings, is I'm going to ask a lot more information about what this is about. I'm also going to ask if there are specific steps that you need to take, if there's specific guidance to help you, perhaps even to help you get out of your own way, to help you move forwards, and maybe look at step-by-step guidance. But I'm probably also going to take a sneaky peek into the future and see what it's leading to. What is the end goal? What's the bigger picture at the end? What's the rainbow? The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? That's what I wanted to say. Because this is going to build your confidence in being able to achieve the thing that you want. But it is little steps. It's one step at a time. I think this really is, I think this could be for some of you really genuinely quite life-changing. Because it's almost like shifting you from a state of mind where, I don't know, if you're doing a day job, you just kind of think, God, I'm stuck here and this is never going to change, to a place where you are, do you know what, this really can change. My current situation is temporary. Within a month or two, I'll be, I'm going to be sitting pretty and I'm going to be moving forwards in a really different way. I mean, this is what we're seeing. I think this is absolutely mind-blowingly fascinating. I really, really do. Really, really interesting. Okay, my lovely Geminis, I think I'm going to dive into your extendeds. I'm going to ask for a lot more information, particularly really step by step. Let's get some step-by-step information for you. But for this reading, this part of your reading, Geminis, I am wishing you every blessing. I really think you can get started on something here. And you really can see, I think you're going to see those early results. It's like confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. And I just do feel you are going to grow in confidence, literally in leaps and bounds. So take your time, one step at a time. Remove any kind of inner doubt or any expectations. Remove expectations of you having to get it right and allow it to fall into place. That's what I would say. Beautiful souls, I'm going to dive into the extendeds. I'll ask for a lot more information. We'll look at step-by-step guidance, and I want to look at the bigger picture. Where's this going? What's it leading to? What will the end goal look like in terms of your success? So, my beautiful Geminis, thank you so, so much for being here. It's such an honour and a privilege to read for you. And yet, if you are genuinely interested in learning the tarot, do check out my course, just because at the moment it really is, it came through a different reading. I think it was the November readings that I did on my other YouTube channel. So this channel, I do my all zodiac sign readings. On the other channel, I post a reading pretty much every day. And I think it was the November readings, but something came up and it was like, wow, this is just an opening for a lot of people, potentially. I'll make this available, So do check out the tarot course if that is really singing to you. Anyway, beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you for another reading, either here with one of the other signs, or on the weekly channel where I post every day, or indeed in the extendeds on Patreon or in the YouTube members area. Tons and tons of love, Gemini.